Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am sharing my April favorites with you. It's kind of a weird month, so bear with me. So the first thing I want to share is the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation in 10 Neutral Porcelain. I love how this feels on my skin. I do have to add white to it because otherwise it's a little dark for my face. It matches my face perfectly, but the problem with that is that then my face looks darker than my neck and my chest, so it looks like it blends in and looks perfect in like studio light, but outside, not so much. So despite that, I can add white and fix it. But what I really like is that right now my skin has been really dry. I mean, I always have dry skin, but it's been like extra dry. I think it's from stress. So being able to put on something that's moisturizing and doesn't irritate my skin is really nice, and this is that. Next up would be the Body Shop Oils of Life Eye Cream. So I'm usually like, I don't know, on the fence with eye cream. People say that you don't need some people say you don't need eye cream, other people say you absolutely need eye cream. I've had a lot of dryness on my skin and dryness under my eyes, so I started using the Oils of Life eye cream twice a day, and I really noticed a difference. I feel like it does something to sort of like help the little fine lines just kind of go away. Like I'm assuming that it like temporarily like plumps them up or something, but whatever's in this, it works really well with my skin, and so I really like it. And the only thing I don't like about it is this jar packaging, because basically I have to use little mini spatulas so I don't get like the stuff under my nails. That drives me crazy. I would prefer this to be in some sort of like a squeeze tube or something like an airless pump, because I hate jar packaging. Jar packaging just pisses me off. Ugh. So lovely product, hate the packaging. So the next product on my list would be the Ofra Kim Tai Wonderlush Moisturizer. I've been using this twice a day. So in the mornings, I will use it before I put on my SPF so that my skin is nice and hydrated. In the evenings, I put it on before I put on my heavier night cream. And I've almost finished this jar, so I need to buy another one. If you can see, it's got a little bit left. The formula works really well for my dry skin. I think it's because aloe vera is like the second ingredient, and my skin really loves aloe vera, so it seems to do really well for me. Again, I really hate jar packaging. I wish this was in an airless pump because it's a really awesome formula, but I hate the jar. Next up would be Urban Decay's Chill Spray. Usually I use all-nighter, but because I've been dealing with really dry skin, I switched to Chill, and this works so well. I don't know exactly like what's in it that it just kind of helps. I feel like it sort of plumps up my dry skin. It takes down any powderiness from using setting powder. It just kind of works wonders, so I've been really thrilled with it. And I do love the new packaging that's kind of like dark and purple and everything. So yeah, if you have dry skin and you need to have like your face set, this stuff works pretty well. It lasts, I would say, 10 to 12 hours for me. I think it claims to last up to 16, but I don't think I've had it last 16, but I've definitely gotten 12 hours, so I think it works well. So the next thing on my list is the 100% Pure Mermaid palette. I had to put this palette in here because it's an all duochrome palette. When you look at the palette, you've got Siren, Coral, Shell, Sea Glass, and Starfish. So that one's more like a purpley brown with like a turquoise green shift. This one's a green with a gold shift. And this is a gold with a greenish brown shift. This is the Coral Blush, which has like, it's like a coral pink with a gold shift. And this is the luminizer. It's kind of like got like a warm pink base with a gold shift. I actually wear the luminizer as a blush on my skin tone. This was the first 100% pure palette I ever tried. I was really impressed by the fact that they made an all duochrome palette. I actually really like it. All of the colors work really well together. If you have pale skin like me, you're not going to be able to use the luminizer as a luminizer. It's going to work as like a blush or an eyeshadow. And the coral blush definitely works as a blush if you like coral. But these shades blend together very easily. Even the darkest shade here, I can still wear on my crease, even though I typically only wear mattes in my crease, because the shimmer in this one is very subtle compared to the other shades. The formula is really nice. For my first 100% pure palette, I was really impressed, so I love it. So the next palette that I've played with a lot over the past month has been my Vizier Bright Editorial palette. And this is basically an all mattes palette. And what's great about it is that basically it gives you all of the colors of the rainbow to work with, so you can pretty much create any sort of rainbow eyeshadow look that you want. If you already own a bunch of the Sugar Pill colors, you probably don't need this palette because it has a bunch of similar shades. But if you don't own all of those colors, this might be a palette that you like, especially if you like bright mattes. In particular, I really love this burgundy color and this magenta color here, and these colors are easy to mix together. So if you want to make like a blue toned purple violet shade, you just can mix these two shades. I don't know, I find it very easy to work with. I have a lot of fun when I play with it, and I always get compliments on my eyeshadow with it. So yeah, that's why it's here this month. Next up would be the Urban Decay Basquiat Tenant Palette. Now, I bought this during the Sephora VIB sale, and I've only used it twice, but I'm super in love with it and have no regrets about buying it. I bought it for these three colors right here. These two are mattes, and this one's kind of a satin. I'm wearing those colors right now, and I absolutely love them. I thought this was a really fun palette. I had to research the artist Basquiat because I wasn't familiar with him, although my husband Ray knew who he was because Ray actually has an art degree in addition to everything else that he does in programming. So he was like, oh, I know who he is, and he did all of this cool stuff. So he educated me in who he was. So yeah, I was happy to get my hands on this palette. I had to order it through the Sephora app on my phone, which I thought was a pain in the butt, but you know, I got 15% off on it, so that made it okay. And yeah, if you really like bright mattes, this might be a better alternative to the Viseart because of the fact that this is like less than half the cost of the Viseart palette. So, you know, it all depends on what you want, but I love this palette, and you can absolutely create some of the same looks that I've created with the Viseart palette with this palette. Last but not least is the Urban Decay Gallery Blush Palette. Now, you know, X-Rated is my go-to blush shade from the Urban Decay blush singles, so I was really happy to see that they threw it in the palette. I've also had a lot of fun playing with this color called NoHo, which is a plum. I actually used mostly NoHo for my cheeks today with just a little tiny bit of X-Rated on top, and I love how it turns out. I really, really love these two blush shades, and I think that this palette is actually a good deal if you'll use at least two of the items in it, because it's like, I want to say it's like $34. Currently it's on sale at Nordstrom, like 10% off, so if you're interested in the palette, I would totally check out Nordstrom to get it on sale. So I know I didn't have very many favorites this month, but I feel like the favorites I had really pack a punch. What were your favorites for the month of April? Please be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video and found it informative or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up and share. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss my next video. Thanks so much for watching.